You there? Yes, you. Listen to the stupendous, riveting tales I have spent on old spans to procure. I've travelled leagues to rest from the lips of folks from yonder sun's rising to the very precipice of its setting. All this for you, just you. Turn and walk away now at your own peril, for I am about to begin a tale that will be the envy of lords and ladies, ruffians and troopers, and minstrels alike. Regret not such a mistake. Our story begins in the depths of a treacherous evil dungeon, where a brave adventurer once braved the depths to save his beautiful princess. There was he.
I've heard of this one before. The adventurer saves the wrench, kills the bugbear, and lives happily ever after. Blah 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 blah.
Oh. You've already heard of that one. Despair ye not. I have another tale that brought magnificent viziers, noble patricians, and entire royal dynasties to tears. In a land not so different from our own, in a small but bucolic town, lived a little boy and his caring family. Little does this boy know that he'll grow.
I know this story as well. This boy grows up to be a hero after his town and family died. Did not like this story. Reminds me of my cousin, Herbert. Tell us something new.
Yeah!
Something new? All right. Let me think. La 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 la. Oh, I know. Let me tell you a story that you definitely have not heard of. Might not be as daring and as exciting as the other tales. However, I've heard of strange tales among my perilous travels of a long forgotten land. It has long since fallen beneath the ken of any living soul, lost to the depths of eons past. This was not any normal dimension like ours, but a land full of wondrous science and phenomenon called technology. They produced carts that harnessed the might of hundreds of thoroughbred steeds, built in a cyclopean hall of stone and steel, burnished by a furnace that would bring any of our dracoliacs to shame. They devised automata that could fly and even bequeath them with the minds of their own. The sky could no longer push them back to the circle of the world. The prophet Salvatus has seen this land, but recognizes it not. The arcana of the academy have scried it as being long afore our ancestors. This land is surrounded by mysteries that make only one thing possible. In some point in the past or future, it exists. It has rich histories and cultures, times and places that you would think me crazy to describe, or that mayhap I am mocking you. I have heard that this wondrous place has amazing moving pictures, stories about people with long hair, of gilded spikes, who would yawp their rage to the heavens and thereby wrest the power of the elements, and existing, stemming from both within and without themselves, thus Imbued with celestial powers, they vied for dominion over the cosmos. This is just one of their stories, but there are many alike. Yet there are also many that not so, not at all. Such could woo the heart many a maiden in this hall. And how would I share these amazing tales to you, the public? I will do it through the limited thaumaturgy I know, so that we can listen into one man of science and one man of history. From yonder time and space, they will share their stories and debate on the many accomplishments, fantasies, and science of humankind. I will even spice it up a bit. You, the listener, will be the final decider of who you think was the clear winner of the ridiculous tales. You will decide who best captured your hearts and moved your thoughts to conceive you of their argument. Convince you of their argument? If this has caught your attention, then all you must do is join me in listening to these two buffoons rambling along as they weave the shambles of their minds into cascading streams of rhetoric. For my thaumaturgy will bequeath you with the power to commune with their consciousnesses, e'en across the veil separating their plane from ours. If not now, then later, we hope to have you listen to our little Ramble Shamble. Get it? It's the title of the podcast. Have you ever yearned for the strength to lift 10 horses, or better yet, the speed to run across an entire kingdom in a mere second? I, for one year, to cast my voice across the span of entire kingdoms, thus entrancing all with my magnificent voice. What if I tell you that you were not alone in your desires? For the world into which we shall peer into shares the same dreams and ambitions. Let us gaze into the musings of superpowers, tackled by our very own dysfunctional duo in Ramble Shamble. Ah, I see you have returned. I knew my majestic voice would draw you to come back for more of my tales. Do not fret if you relinquish your responsibilities to your kin to sate your curiosity. There is ever time to redeem yourselves, and who does not like a good redemption story? Such is the theme of today's tale. Let me rend agape a portal to yon other realm, so we can view the best redemption stories from the irredeemable. Ramble Shamble. Title of the podcast. You gluttonous fools, take a break. You are creating a distasteful atmosphere for my audience, who are captivated by my fabulous tales. Maleficent's voice. Oh, do I wish for the days where the consumption of food is more sophisticated, like the world we observe from another time. I believe we just found our dragon. I shall slash the dimensional window to our scrumptious duo, whose debate shall be food of the future in the world of Ramble Shamble. Welcome, all people great and small. Do I have a riveting tale for all of you today? My tale has information on technology. long lost amidst the sands of time. In a horseless world, where carts and lights are driven by foreign powers and by strange magics. I can tell this piques your interest, and perhaps we can learn something from the tale I'm about to share. I shall use nothing but my bare fingers to again open the window for the tale of today. Technology. Unfortunately, my powers are limited to our uninspired duo, Ramble Shamble.
Mummy!
Everyone, shush! Quieten down or they may hear you. Are you mad? Blow out those candles, board the doors, take sanctuary under the tables. There is no telling what may come out from the shadows. There are truths in myth and legend. Trust me, for I have seen them. You'd be a fool to take my warnings lightly. Will you perhaps believe me if we ponder some of the layers of horror from the other world? That settles it. I shall crack open the window so we can once again peep into the world of Ramble Shamble. Welcome, welcome. What's this? Why are you all looking so glum? Oh, I see. You are nervous because of the king's new decree to round all mutants for study and research. Oh, do not fret. A mutant has not been seen since times long forgotten. The rumors of mutants and the supernatural among us are mere folly. Unlike the tale I have for you all today, let me dissect the veil between the now and the time long forgotten, for the tale today is about the organization known as the ACP, or SCP for short. Who shall lead the investigation? None other than Ramble Shamble. We are joined today by the Adventurers Guild. I am flattered that interest in my tales have reached the brave and the courageous. Drink up. The ales on me. Rest the worn soles of your shoes and rest your weary bodies, because on this stupendous occasion, my tale will be all about survival. Perhaps you know how to navigate the perils of our own back country, but not so the world long forgotten. Borrowing a rapier from the sleeping gentleman in the front, I shall skim the veil to view the discussion of our clumsy Ramble Shamble. Welcome. I am so delighted you have returned solely to listen to my tales of a world long forgotten. You would not lie to me, as that would be immoral, would you? It would be as immoral as a man stealing for his own greed. I know my audience is honest, and that you are good folk who choose to protect the ones you love, and probably your family too. I am so touched that this reminds me of the tale between two iconic factions from the other world that would be perfect for my generous audience. Without further ado, let me again carve open the window into the world of Ramble Shamble. I see we're joined by a younger audience today. The wheels on the chariots? I mean, hopefully not too young. Fret not, as I shall keep the tale today relatively benign, unlike my magnificent self, who is able to gracefully break open apertures to view stories and tales of another world. The world before ours had similarly large portals affixed to walls, where the audience would sit and eat trifles and treats. They called them movies. And that shall be our tale today. Let me shine a ray to illumine our window into the superficial world of Ramble Shamble.
Taxes, be sure to pay your taxes. Taxes, be sure to pay your taxes.
Oh, I see we are all in tax season. The time in which we must put all our faith in the holy rulers to have the common decency to use those taxes to better our state of living. Oh, but I jest, my audience. We all know that our coin, earned through the sweat and tears, will just be used to make the rich ever richer. 'Twas so with our previous monarch, was it not? But maybe I am being a bit harsh. Perhaps we need a second opinion on the matter. Mayhap, if we look into the past, we will obtain a better understanding as to the morality of our human nature. Brace yourselves, as all expand your mind's eye and expound on this matter through the world of Ramble Shamble.